The year 2008 was a busy one for the Philippine Rural Reconstruction Movement. PRRM and its partners continued to engage government from the local to the national and even global levels around the Millennium Development Goals and poverty reduction, the rice crisis and overall food security, disaster risk reduction and climate change action, and transparency and accountability in governance. PRRM continued to support activities related to the localization of the Millennium Development Goals or MDGs in Ifugao, Nueva Ecija, and Camarines Sur. PRRM assisted the Save the Ifugao Terraces Movement or SITMO conduct training for a community-based monitoring system or CBMS. In Nueva Ecija, PRRM continued to be involved in MDG localization in the Science City of Muñoz with regular LGU monitoring. In Camarines Sur, PRRM participated in identifying programs needed to attain the MDGs. PRRM assisted in conducting surveys in 4 towns for CBMS regarding LGU performance. PRRM also spearheaded the identification of Iriga City as pilot area for a good governance program. In Albay, PRRM helped set up the computer office for the survey and encode the CBMS results for Tabaco City, which has been completed. PRRM participated in the Alternative Budget Initiative of Social Watch Philippines, which successfully lobbied for a 178 million peso increase for the environment and natural resources sector in the approved national budget for 2008. Initial meetings have been conducted with DENR Assistant Secretaries and Directors in relation to the 2009 budget engagement. In Negros Occidental, aside from being a member of the Development Council, PRRM is a member of the Bacolod City Social Watch and is part of the group involved in the fine-tuning of the implementing rules and regulations for the Environment Code. PRRM also provided support in the form of logistics and human resources for the Anti-Poverty Conference organized by the Global Call to Action Against Poverty, or GCAP Philippines, and participated in the preparatory meetings and activities of GCAP prior to the Global Day of Mobilization in October 2008. As part of PRRM's international advocacies related to multilateral development institutions, PRRM Senior Vice President Isagani R. Serrano attended the 41st Annual Meeting of the Asian Development Bank Board of Governors last May 3 to 6 at Madrid, Spain, and the 7th Asia-Europe People's Forum for Social and Ecological Justice on October 13 to 15 in Beijing, China. PRRM was one of the NGOs that initiated the Go Organic movement, which was launched last August 28 at the PRRM National Headquarters, together with the La Liga Policy Institute, Paragos Pilipinas, the City of Alaminos, the University of the Philippines in Los Baños, the Malasimbu Agricultural Cooperative, Centro Saka Incorporated, Education for Life Foundation, Earth Day Network, Philippine Greens, and the SRI Pilipinas. One gain of the member NGOs of the Go Organic movement was the signing of a Memorandum of Agreement with the Department of Agriculture for the Phase 1 of the Organic Field Support Program or OFSP. As its major component, OFSP Phase 1 will establish learning farms in 6 provinces and train at least 600 farmers on organic farming systems and methods. Phase 1 will start November 2008 and last until March 2009, covering the provinces of Pangasinan, Nueva Ecija, Bataan, Oriental Mindoro, Camarines Sur, and Albay. Aside from the Go Organic movement, PRRM's other initiatives in sustainable agriculture include rice-based farm systems development in Nueva Ecija with Kalikasan NE, System of Rice Intensification or SRI in Bataan, coconut-based diversified integrated farm systems in Quezon, Marinduque, and the Bicol region, and piloting of organic fertilizer production in Camarines Sur. PRRM also conducted a roundtable discussion on the rice crisis with the La Liga Policy Institute and participated in various fora and meetings to push for extension of the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program. PRRM's Provention Project provided training on disaster risk reduction and climate change action for municipal and barangay LGU officials and residents in San Miguel Island, Albay. PRRM also led the mapping research project of the Philippine Network on Climate Change, or PNCC, the key findings of which were presented last February. In the area of renewable energy, PRRM was featured in a full-page Philippine Daily Inquirer article about the microhydropower project in Kapintalan, Nueva Ecija, which PRRM supported. PRRM Assistant Vice President Ramon Faustino Sales Jr. participated in a consultation on adaptation to climate change in Southeast Asia last May 23 to 24 in Bangkok, Thailand. The Asian NGO Consultative Meeting on Disaster Risk Reduction last May 27 to 28, also in Bangkok, and the 28th session of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change subsidiary bodies on June 2 to 13 at Bonn, Germany. PRRM is likewise implementing climate change mitigation efforts right here in our own backyard, greening the PRRM building. These include the establishment of an organic rooftop garden, waste segregation at source, and reduction of power consumption through the replacement of all office lights with compact fluorescent lamps, a shorter air conditioning schedule, and elimination of the elevator service on weekends and non-working days. PRRM is also supporting ecological solid waste management initiatives in the provinces of Cavite and Camiguin. The Cavite Green Consortium, with PRRM and fisherfolk organizations, are exerting efforts such as mobilizations and signature campaigns against the Sangguniang Bayan of Ternate and the DENR to repeal the municipal landfill ordinance. In Camiguin, PRRM is a member of the Solid Waste Management Board in the municipality of Mambahao. PRRM is implementing a community-based watershed management project in Nueva Vizcaya, a joint partnership with the Japan-based Global Link Management Institute, or GLMI. 75% of project activities have been implemented, while the barangays covered have started adopting watershed management. More advocacy is needed, and a new project proposal for GLMI is being prepared. PRRM Nueva Vizcaya Area Manager Merly Kalubakib attended a training course on community capacity building for green productivity last August 18 to 23 at Vientiane, Laos, sponsored by the Asian Productivity Office. Also in Nueva Vizcaya, PRRM has supported a sustained and